Man, I really need to buy a new PC. I don't want to buy a new PC. Oh no.
Terror.
I don't want to buy a new PC.
Faszinierend. Ich hab die Augen für die Seite, die ich spiele.
Geil!
Nice, du bist ja crazy.
Jetzt noch ein dickes Airhorn rein oder so.
Da ist schon irgendwas. So.
Aber machst du diesen Wonder Big Ahorn?
Boxing Arena noch.
Welchen nächsten
Der
Content?
gefällt mir auch.
Okay.
Wo ist das Airhorn?
That's record? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this thing.
Das
Wenn
stimmt.
das Telefon
I hate PC.
kommt ja
I'm getting like a blue screen like twice a day or something. And it's always when I close OBS. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on with OBS. So it, yeah, I guess I'm pretty sure it's just my PC. It's just like dead or something. And OBS is probably just like OBS is probably just too much to handle, you know what I mean? Hey, Engelmann. Really? You're fun tanking?
Hat
Nice.
jemand Loks an?
Warum? Bin dabei.
Ich dachte, ich frage lieber nochmal.
Alright, sounds good, Engelmann. Sounds good, sounds good.
Danke.
Enjoy your tank life.
Ja, machst du an, dann mach ich keinen an. Ja. Ist gut. Dann bin ich ready. Dann geht's los.
Oops. TeamSpeak is muted.
Hä? Was? Moment.
Why not?
Ich hab an, alles gut.
There we go. Oh no, my guild is exposed! What the fuck? Did he die to aggro? Rip team, man. Okay, I walked a bit early, but it is what it is. We still got the big bait. Big moon! Wait, who even got a moon now? That's a really early moon. I have some weird pulsar timings here. Pretty sure my pulsar timings are usually different. I think. What how? Oh. I was like, where the fuck did the boss go? This guy's going a bit fast. Cast no. Apparently we need more boss damage. Dude, I'm just gonna convoke. How do we not have enough damage? That's a bit messed up.
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Usually we have way too much damage. How do we not have enough? What? Huh. Interesting. True, I mean, our Shadow Priest died in opener. But how important is Shadow Priest opener, really? I mean, don't they have, like, no cooldowns? How does Shadow Priest even work? Don't you just, like, you know? I don't know. I'm just kidding. Hey, Rilo, what's up? Oh, you know why? You know why we didn't push it? Because I had Mastery Food instead of Intellect Food. Because they didn't put a feast down for me. Yeah, that's it. That's what you get for greeting on my food. Hey Vax, what's up? Skill issue detected, isn't that every raid wipe? I mean, I wouldn't say so. Otherwise the World Force guilds would just kill every boss instantly. Because they're very skilled players. I love that your name is Limit Mimimum. What the fuck? How's Rapin today? We just started, really. And we haven't seen phase 2. Well, actually, we did see phase 2, but my PC died. So, yeah. How do you like Sanctum compared to the last few WoW raids? I don't like Sanctum, let's be honest here. I mean, Painsmith, I really liked Painsmith. And Sylvanas is not bad. Like, I don't mind Sylvanas. But I also didn't like Castle Nathria, to be honest with you, that much. I personally didn't like Side of Nathrius that much. And I also didn't like SLG. I thought Sludgefist was cool, though. But yeah. Overall, for raid tiers, I don't think Shadowlands had good raids so far. In my opinion, at least. It's also always a little bit hard to tell because I'm playing in a guild that kills the bosses quite a bit later because I'm only raiding twice a week. So it's hard to even compare properly, almost. I don't know. Hey, where the fuck did this boss just jump to? I don't think I ever had the first arrow in my life. Like, are there even any arrows or is it just on a tank? Oh, it's just on a tank. Wait, that makes sense. That's why I never had it in my life. That makes so much sense now that I think about it. Ah. Dara, no! Oh, how do I have the first? Wait, did I already see or what is going on? Am I just like disconnecting and just seeing? Oh no, he's back, okay. I'm dead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Okay, no one's killing my chain. To be fair, I could have killed it myself. Can I get this full moon? The answer is no. How does he have 3? Huh? How does he have bleeds? Confused. Oh, was he immune? Like, did he immune too early or something? So the chain didn't get applied to him? Is that how it works? I guess that's how it works. Okay, they're just gone now. Where's my totem? There we go. Oh, they're missing the hunter. I'm definitely gonna go on the other side then. Are we missing damage? Yeah, we're fine. Can we rest one of those players? Okay, we can rest the Demon Hunter. Help! Yeah. So I'm going right, because our hunter's dead. That's full moon. Perfect. What about these orbs? Okay. I'm dead. Ah, yes. Okay, I'm good. Wow. I think I should just I should just pot, right? When I use my cooldown. I guess I can just like randomly pot Sylvana. Actually, I should pot my Incarn. Yeah, I should pot my Incarn. I think. Okay, I'm gonna walk through this one. Apparently a lot of other people also walk through. Oh my. Oh, that's the wrong global. I should put Sunfire. Thanks for 2 months, Jimmy Stott. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh, the cast actually went through. Amazing. Oh, wee. Guess I'm gonna rest the tank. You don't have to soak these, right? Dude, that soak almost fated me. I saw the soak and I was almost like, that was like a reflex to walk into it. I'm dead.
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
I wanna see Final Fantasy Raiders try Mythic Sylvanas. I mean, it would be really cool. I personally would love to see people who have never played WoW to like try raids blind. That would be really cool. The problem is it's not really the same, right? Because of all of the add-ons and weaker S that it kind of needs. Like it's kind of, yeah. I don't know how they could figure it out without weaker S. You know? I guess you could give them like the add-ons that people had when you got there. Just like normal like raid boss, you know, like big wigs or whatever. And then just give them a bunch of weakers and see what they do with it. Maybe? I don't know, it's hard. Like, how would you do that? I don't know. Yeah, the prep is much harder. That's a big problem. Like, they would have to farm renown and everything. Like, and like legendaries and stuff. Yeah. That's very true. It's not as simple as just like boosting a character and then trading them some crafted gear. It's definitely not like that. Hey Mito, what's up? Oh, I agree. I actually do think that Final Fantasy Raiders would be good at Painsmith. I think I agree. I definitely think that is true. At least I think so. I mean, I still think they would have a really hard time. But it probably would be like that would be exactly up their alley, I think. That's what all of their bosses are kind of like, right? That's a lot of full moons, and it wasn't one of mine. Apparently both of the other moon kids get a moon. Owie. Where the fuck is the boss, dude? I swear to... Sometimes she jumps to, like... the opposite corner of the room. What's wrong with this boss? Jesus. I think I should be saving the moon for more dam on the ads later. I mean, that would be basically exclusively for petting reasons, but that's all you can do in phase 1, to be honest. Like, phase 1 is literally just like one big pet fest. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, of course the arrows need to die fast, or that would be nice and all, you know, but like these Dark Sentinels, look how fast they're dying. Like, it's just people pooling their resources to just kill them quick for more damage, you know, basically. Yeah? But yeah, that's kind of how it is. I'm definitely gonna go get a chain here. I could walk into the barrier, or I could stand outside of it. Okay, half my Convoke is gonna go on the boss. Man, I never get this full moon out. I should not even try. I shouldn't even try. I don't know why I always try. I see this full moon and I'm like, yes. I guess if I would use my half moon before, then maybe I would be able to get it out. Thanks for subbing, Trent Wayne. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Nobody fell off the platform using a gap closer. Yeah. True, true.
Is the jailer trying to break out of the mall? Or something else?
Wait, I actually got a stack there? How did that happen?
5, 4, 3,
How did Dara just die?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Their forces
Help me. I think I'm gonna pot this one. Can I cast this moon? I did. I'm just gonna roar here. Oh, please. Jesus Christ. We lost a bunch of people here. I baited the veil. I should just go further away. I'm gonna stand on this side. Who the fuck just jumped off? What? Did you see that? Someone just fucking fell through the hole in the bridge or something. Oh man. I'm just gonna walk really far away because I'm not in the gate position. There's another one! Dude, what am I even doing? Oh my god. I can't even. People jumping up left and right. Oh man. Yeah, I baited the veil in a bad spot though. Like, if I'm gonna be on the other side of the area, then I should just move further. Sometimes you can cast a full moon and it will, like, you start casting it before she jumps, and then when she comes back the moon hits her, but it's hard to do because the veil doesn't have like a perfect timer. The people falling would be me. Are there some people... Wait. Is there actually some Final Fantasy people in here that don't know how this boss works? Because I can explain a little if you guys want. Nice. Well, first of all, welcome Final Fantasy players. This is our war chief, Sylvanas Windrunner. And unfortunately we have to fight her because she did some bad stuff, you know. She burned some trees. She destroyed some helmets, you know. Some bad things. But yeah, Sylvanas Sylvanas is the last boss in the current raid. And our guild hasn't killed her yet. She has 3 faces.
Ja, hallo, wer bist du denn?
Thanks for the sub-hydro flask, appreciate that. So she's got 3 faces. In the first phase, there's a bunch of pretty important things. First of all, she randomly applies a bleed that stacks up. And it's indefinite. Like, it just stays on you. Unless you get hit by one of the chains that are basically tied to arrows. So once in a while, she will cast domination arrows. They spawn in a room, and the closest people to the arrows will get chained to them, and you get dragged in. If you get dragged in all the way, you explode and kill the raid. So you can never get dragged in all the way. And the other people have to kill the arrows, so you get freed, okay? And that chain removes the bleed effect, okay? So usually if you can look at my raid frames here, you can see like an arrow debuff in the middle. And the people who have the highest stacks, they usually get assigned to take the arrows. So those people get assigned to like to the left or right. That's why there's like say bubbles over people's heads that says like left or right. And that basically just means that you're assigned to the left arrow pack or to the right arrow pack to make sure you get rid of it. Wait, I'm just looking at something real quick because my team is talking. By the way, my guild is talking, but I just muted them for you because they're shy and they don't wanna, you know, they're just shy. Thanks for 3 months, Salatas. What does Veil do? Okay, so she once in a while she jumps in the air. She gets untargetable, and then she jumps like she lands. This is in the first phase. This ability changes throughout the phase. In the first phase, she will jump in the air, and then she will jump to the like biggest clump of players. So that's why we have like a group that baits the veil, and I'm part of that group. So whenever the veil happens, I will go to a certain spot. So she jumps on us, and then we have to go out of this like black circle. If you don't manage to get out of it in time, then you get a debuff with like a really big absorb, like a healing absorb. And it's really bad because the healers have to like pump a lot of like healing into you. You can survive it. It doesn't mean that you instantly die, but it's just really bad for the healers, and especially if multiple people get hit by it, it's like almost unhealable. And yeah, it's just not good. And then, other than that, there's also a debuff that gets applied to the tank and to other random players. It's like a purple animation around you. And after a couple of seconds, she throws an arrow at you that has fall-off damage. So they just need to walk away from the raid. And from that position that the arrow got thrown to, there will sentinels spawn out of that area, like ads that walk towards you. And these ads fixate random people, and they walk towards them. If they reach you, they'll kill you. So the way we play that is that the people with the arrows that spawn the ads, they all walk to the same position, and the raid stacks up on like the opposite side of the room, and then the sentinels all walk towards us and stack up. And once they're all stacked, we just AoE them down. And we just use our utility to make sure they're slowed and like stunned and whatever. And then there's a bunch of just other mechanics that are just really simple, like dodge mechanics, you know, like swirly on the ground, walk out of it, and like line on the ground, walk out of it. And it's like a bunch of just things that you have to dodge, basically. All right, let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And the very first ability she does is just a bunch of dodges, like a bunch of things on the floor that you need to dodge. And then she will spawn those arrows that chain players to them. See, this is just the dodge stuff on the floor. And then she also like jumps around, but that's it only looks like she jumps around. Her player model is actually still in her initial position where she's being tanked. So whenever she like jumps around the room, she can still be attacked on her initial position for melee players. Okay, so here now we get those arrows. You can see the left and right people that get assigned. And I'm one of the people that gets dragged to these arrows. See how my character's getting dragged to them? If I would actually get hit by them, it kills the raid. And now we bait the veil, so we're stacking up here. She jumps to us and we walk away. And then these sentinels that spawned, those were the ones that spawned from the arrow that I talked about earlier. See, this debuff that I have, this is the bleed. You see this barbed arrow? That is the bleed that is like indefinite, like it never runs out, and it constantly does damage. And it only gets removed with the chain that I talked about earlier. Okay, now she does the chains again. They spawn here in the back. And she also does a veil at the same time. So now she jumps down here. But this is like a decently difficult overlap because see, now we get those sentinels from the players that have the arrows. And they come towards us, and then we just try to CC them here and kill them on their way. That's why we all stack up here, because they fixate us. If people would be in like the wrong spot, then the sentinels would walk like somewhere else in a room, right? Okay, now we get another... We have too much damage on the boss, so we have to stop damage. It's a little bit weird in WoW. Sometimes you have too much damage for phase pushes, because a lot of the things are percentage based. So instead of it being like time based, it's percentage based, and then sometimes if you push too early, then you get like bad timings with your cooldowns and stuff. So yeah, now we're just waiting because we have too much damage. It's a really bad, like no one likes this in WoW. Everyone hates the fact that on some bosses you have to stop damage. It's really bad. But sometimes it just is what it is. Okay, I have like a lot of debuffs. I didn't actually get an... I didn't get a Starfall from my Convoke because I already had one up. So yeah, this is the intermission phase where everyone gets chained. Like you get 20 arrows. So every single person gets chained to one of them. And then she's actually immune to damage now. You can't really hit her. And she just like jumps around and spawns these like knives. If you get hit by them, you're just one shot. So you can't get hit by them, obviously. And then this is just like a spread out mechanic, this circle around us. And now we get into phase 2. There's like a cinematic here, but you can skip it. Hi! I'm gonna wait and rest. Okay, so in phase 2 you split the raid into 2. One group goes right and one group goes left. And then you have to dodge these like waves. If you get hit by the waves, you get a dot that does quite a lot of damage. And then each group needs to like deal with these ads here on their face. All of the ads have different mechanics. And then she still does the veil. You see this like veil thing? She does it still, the one from phase 1. Just smaller. It's just a little bit smaller than it was in phase 1, right? And you need to kill those ads in time. Otherwise, you won't get the bridge. Like you see, we don't have anywhere to go here. We need like once the Eds are killed, she spawns this bridge. And then Sylvanas is here, and we need to interrupt her. This cast here, this ruin cast, it needs to be interrupted. If it's not interrupted, then the raid wipes. Like, she just kills everybody. So that's why you have to kill them in time. And then this is the phase where you can actually DPS the boss. There's 2 times in phase 2 where you can actually DPS her. And it lasts for like a minute. Like for like 1 minute you can hit her here. And then she keeps spawning these waves and this veil. So you just have to dodge those like waves. And then we have to spread out with this. And then we get a bridge again here. Now we have to split the raid again. There's one bridge on the left and one on the front. So we're splitting into 2 again. And then there's like some important ads and some not so important ads. Like the important ads are actually like boss ads, and these ones here, they're not important. Like this Vanguard here, it doesn't matter. You just have to kill. There's like 2 named ads, and the other ads are random ads. Like you still want to kill them, but they're not like tied to the timer of the bridge spawning, is what I mean. So now this is the second time where we can DPS the boss. She continues to do the veil cast, and we're using a gateway to dodge it, because the way the veil works is that it spawns close to players' positions. But she doesn't spawn 1 veil, she spawns like 4. And they cannot spawn on top of each other. So since we're all on the boss, there's like a really long like area of denial of like veil spawns. So that's why we're using like a gateway to make sure we're able to dodge it. Okay, so now the phase 2 is over. We're gonna go into phase 3 now. There's a little bit of an RP thing, and then we're like, there's the jailer here, and it's just like RP stuff. And then phase 3 starts. We have like these, there's 4 platforms. We start in the first, and then at some point she will destroy this platform that we're on. And we have to jump to the next. She continues to do that in the normal veil cast. And then she also does something called Banshee's Fury. That's this cast here, where she just does a huge amount of AoE damage to the whole group. And then additionally, you see these pools on the ground. This is the race cast where, when she casts this, she destroys the platform. So we have to jump over. You see that this platform is now destroyed, like we can't go back. And these pools on the ground that she spawns. Okay, well, first of all, this is knives. That's to just like knife damage? Hmm. I'm just gonna soak this. And yeah, the pools on the ground you have to soak on certain moments. If you walk into them, you get a debuff, depending on how many pools you soak. If you soak 3 pools, you get 3 debuffs, for example. And the debuffs, they don't have a duration. You have to dispel them, like a healer needs to get rid of them. Okay.
2, 1.
Owie!
3, 2, 1.
Wait, why the hell do I stay here? Because of the veil? Or do I just stay forever? I'm confused. Okay, now she destroys this platform? And yeah, the arrow that I just had is just like fall off damage, and that's why we jump onto the next platform. Because the platforms are so small that you cannot really spread out, right? So you just make everyone jump onto the next platform. Oh my god, while I was explaining the fight, we're actually having like our best try. This is amazing. I should do this more often.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh god. I cannot believe we're actually having a best try when I haven't been listening to Teamspeak like one time. I need to... one heal is all I require. I need to get dispelled. Dispel?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I mean, kind of stacked with those people around me. I'm just gonna heal a bit. Dude, you know what? I'm fucking convoking. Okay. Wait, what did we just die to? Was there an arrow? Like... was there an arrow on top of us? Or how did we die? There was an arrow that didn't move, right? Yeah. I was fucking... caster form convoking. I believed in this. Man, that was the biggest healing convoke ever. I even had Heart of the Wild up. I was pumping the heals, I swear to god. This boss is really long, yeah, it's a really long fight. I bet your raid members are listening in and now they know how to do mechanics. You know what? That's probably it. But yeah, the last phase I didn't explain it properly because I actually had to focus at some point. So you have like these, you have these knives. So people, like 3 random players, basically get lines that spawn out of them through their characters, and you have to reposition yourself to not hit anybody, and then the other people need to walk out of it. And then the arrow that I had, where you have to jump on the other platform, it's just fall off damage, that's why you need to jump over. Then the pools on the ground need to be soaked by the tanks to reposition them, basically. Because the pools, if you walk into them, you get the debuff. And whenever she casts Banshee's Fury, that AoE damage, if anyone still has a debuff in the raid, then those debuffs explode on the raid for AoE damage. So basically, you need to make sure that when the Fury happens, that no one has debuffs anymore. So if the whole platform is full of pools on the ground, then you cannot avoid them anymore, because they cannot be stacked on top of each other. Like, if there's 20 pools, then the whole platform is going to be full, right? Because they can't be on top. So that's why they need to be gathered up and put to a certain position, right? Like, you grab them somewhere, like the tank usually. The tank picks them all up and gets over to another side, and then you dispel them there, so they're on the platform that gets destroyed, right? That's how you get rid of them. You just put them on the platform that gets destroyed before you jump over. So like, you wait before, like, just like 2 seconds before the platform gets destroyed, you dispel the tank, then all of the pools drop on the floor, and then we jump over, and then the platform gets destroyed, right? And then you also have these soaks. There's like a circle, and it basically needs to be soaked. Like one player needs to stand inside. If no one stands inside, then you just swipe. And you also get knocked at the same time. So you need to make sure you don't get knocked off the platform when you soak them. And yeah, that's about it, I think. And the veil, the one that also gets cast in phase 1, phase 2. So I think there's a little bit of a misconception, in my opinion at least, when it comes to the difference from rotations from WoW classes to Final Fantasy classes. So the biggest difference is this like GCD and off GCD system, right? But I personally don't think it's that different. Like, basically, if you play WoW, every single spell of yours is on a GCD, yeah? But the GCD is much shorter. And that just creates a situation where you cannot press multiple buttons like in the same millisecond. But you're just, like you have a certain rotation that you follow, and you just like press this button and this button. And you also have like resources, just like the, just like a red mage has like black mana and white mana or whatever. My character here, for example, has something called astral power that I can generate and use. And it's actually very similar in my opinion. Like it's basically the same. Just different in a sense that obviously I have completely different abilities. But other than that, I don't think it's that like insanely different. The biggest difference outside of the GCD thing, I think, is the fact that in World of Warcraft, most classes have like bigger and longer cooldowns. Like for example, the class that I play, I basically am a 3-minute class. Every 3 minutes, I have a lot of damage, and then afterwards, I can still do a decent amount of damage, but not that much. It also kind of depends what Covenant you play, but that's a different kind of story.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I really don't think it's that different. I think both of it is just like a muscle memory thing, you know, like you just need to get the muscle memory, and then you just press the rotation. Like it's like that's just it, you know. It's kind of like a forehead statement, but it's kind of it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The one thing that is really important in WoW that Final Fantasy, at least from the fights I've seen so far, didn't have, is the fact that in WoW you usually have like more important phases and less important phases, which is, I don't think that's something that actually, at least I haven't encountered that yet in Final Fantasy. Like sometimes, like in Final Fantasy, it almost seems like almost every single boss is like single target. Sometimes you have like an at phase in between, but in WoW, that's like a lot of the times it's at phases, you know? And then you kind of reallocate your cooldowns accordingly, and you sometimes even hold your cooldowns for a really long time just to have them ready for like this important phase, you know? And in Final Fantasy, because most fights are a single target, you don't really have to do that. And like most of the fights are time-based. Most of the fights are time-based and not percentage-based, right? And as soon as something is time-based, it also doesn't create a situation where a phase would be more difficult than the other, right? Like if every phase lasts the same amount of time, no matter how much damage you have, then it obviously there's no point for you to save cooldowns for that phase, right? So at least from the fights I've seen so far, obviously this could be different in like later phases, of course. Yeah, sometimes in WoW, a lot of stuff is like percentage based. So you wanna like if there's like a really hard portion of the fight, then you wanna make sure you get through that portion like really fast. So sometimes you save a lot of your cooldowns for that phase, even if it means that you have to hold it for like a minute or two, you know? But yeah, on single target fights you usually don't, I guess, unless it's percentage based as well. Like no, not Soul Render, the other boss. The one with the orbs. Is this Naguura from Becky Big Dam? Yes, I agree. Yeah, the way classes are designed in Final Fantasy, it would be really weird if you would have to hold cooldowns for things. And I'm also, like, I'm not even saying it's better or worse, it's just like a different kind of boss design that you have to consider when you play WoW bosses. Because that's a thing that I hear a lot in Final Fantasy. Like, the thing with, like, the uptime and never holding, like, a cooldown and, you know... Like, that's something that I hear a lot in Final Fantasy. And that's, like, of course in WoW, it's also true that you do want to maximize your cooldowns as much as possible. Like, you never want to get one less usage of a big cooldown, right? Unless it is important for your progression. And sometimes that is true, you know? Like, sometimes it's better to get one less usage of a cooldown if it means that you're going to get through a really important fight of... like portion of the fight. So yeah, it's definitely like that's definitely different. But I wouldn't even say that's a big deal anyway, right? Like that's just the difference between time-based and percentage-based boss fights, I guess. I'm a bit slow now because I had to rest our Moonkin. And I hate that there's these stupid ads everywhere. God damn it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start searching in a second. Oh yeah. Also, another thing I guess that I noticed is in Final Fantasy, a lot of fights are very, like, I don't even know what do you want to call it, like personal responsibility kind of, like, mechanics that kind of, very like painsmithy. Like basically, dodge this or you die, you know? And of course that's a thing in WoW too. But WoW also puts a lot of focus onto other mechanics that are not necessarily like dodges or die related, but rather related to coordinating your raid properly. Because of course there's 20 people in WoW versus 8, and coordinating 20 people is obviously like, sometimes that's a big challenge, right? And it wouldn't be as big of a challenge for 8 people, right? So that's why that works for WoW, but I don't think that would work for Final Fantasy. I mean for difficult fights. I know that there's 8x3 fights, but those are not like really difficult fights, right? But yeah, what I mean is, for example, like something like positioning on like a platform like this. Like you really have to figure out how you position here, and you cannot really assign spots, you know? I think in Final Fantasy, a lot of the times you can literally like assign a spot. It's like, this is where you stand, this is where you stand. And that's really not a thing that works in WoW, because there's just too many players. Like, you cannot have like one fixed position for like 20 people, you know? So most of the time you just kind of FFA it. Sometimes naturally positions like happen just from like memory, like the way you play the fight, like the way you choreograph a fight, I guess. Like some natural positioning happens, but you never like fully assign something, not really. I'm gonna soak this. I have to change the way I use my pot, because you can pot twice in the last phase. But I don't actually know if that's really important. Like, do I want to pot twice in the last phase? It's only boss damage, right? Maybe it isn't as important. Oh yeah. Oh shit. I'm gonna rest. Actually gonna heal a bit. Everyone's dying. Okay, it looks like we're fine now. Wobba! It's trying to kill me! Oh man. I'm gonna take after this veil. Maybe we rest Katie instead? I guess we can rest everyone. Wee. Ah! My HP. Oh my god, please stop moving. Okay. Okay, somehow we soaked that. Spell mich. Ah. Oh. Okay, we have like a million cooldowns. A million debuffs, I mean. We don't have a gateway. Wow. We didn't have a gateway, so it's a little bit... I guess I could have just wild charged to the person with the arrow after it exploded. Ah, that would have been the play. Yeah. I wild charged to the boss in cat form. I could have just wild charged to the person that had the arrow. Well, I was mainly like comparing savage fights to like mythic bosses, I guess. The rate frames Max and Naguura are using in 14 seems so bad to me because you need to know what others are doing a lot of the time. Those new rate frames would be impossible to use for ultimate, like... but I can see what others are doing on my new rate frames. Like, that's a thing, for example, that... I totally understand that it's important, or that it can be important in Final Fantasy to know what others are doing. But that's something that, unless we need to know, we don't care for now. You know what I mean? That's something that I think WoW players generally like to do, is to reduce the amount of information that you get from your UI to the least. Like, you don't want to get over... Like, you literally don't want to have your eye tell you too many things that you don't give a shit about, you know? Especially if you're new to a game, right? We're completely new to Final Fantasy, and all of the UI is a lot. Like, there's so much stuff, you know, that we're not used to. Like, the debuffs look completely different. The rate frames are different. Like, everything is different, you know? So, by removing information that is less important, we make sure that our brains are focusing on the important things. And yeah, I understand that maybe at some point you need to know what other people are doing or whatever, or you need to have like... And I'm not sure what exactly you're talking about, because on my UI you can see like everything. Like, my UI shows everything, right? I don't know what else you would need to know from a rate frame. But Max doesn't show casts. And I guess that's what you mean, right? Your UI has 3 debuffs, some fights use 4. Yeah, but that's not something that's hard to change. Because all the fights we did so far, we didn't need to see 4 debuffs. You know what I mean? Like, that's not something that is impossible to change. But we didn't encounter a raid yet that had more than 3 debuffs, so we don't need to see more than 3, right? That's just something that you can change. You don't have, like, that's just, that's not a big deal, right? But yeah, another thing in WoW is that, like, you don't need to... Like, there's never gonna be a fight in WoW that requires you to see what other people are casting. Like, that is never gonna be a thing in WoW, because there's 20 players. How could anyone possibly pay attention to what everyone is casting all the time, right? So that's why in WoW, it's like you don't need to see what other people are casting. It's just not important. Unless it's something, and if it is something important, then we're gonna make a WeGar for it. Or they're gonna say it on voice chat, you know? Like, if there actually is something that is important that other people do, then we're just gonna work around that and create a WeGar for it. Like, that's the good thing about having a customizable UI, is that you can remove all of the unnecessary information, because you can just make an add-on or like a Naguura to show you only the relevant thing and remove everything that is not relevant, you know what I mean? And that is something that I guess we try to like somehow create in Final Fantasy by removing some of the stuff. Especially since, as I said, like we are new to the game, so the whole UI and everything is like completely overwhelming to us. So that's why we also made debuffs like super huge, right? Like every single one of us has debuffs like 200% scale. Because we're not used to the debuff icons at all. They don't mean anything to us.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But yeah, it's not even something that is like it's not even something that is like better or worse. Like the way you do your UI, like the way you adjust your UI, that is really just personal preference. You know, like it's the reason why the WoW players are having the UI differently is just because we are used to a World of Warcraft UI, right? That's it. Like there isn't some deep reason to it, and in the end, if it works for you, it works, right? Whatever works, you know? In the end, right? It kind of doesn't really matter what your UI looks like, as long as it works for you. As long as you can see everything, then, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we lost someone in phase 1, that's a bit unfortunate.
5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, this time I'm actually going to focus on the boss. We have to stop damage on the boss because we already have too much. I'm not gonna be able to cast juice. I'm scared. Why is somebody standing all the way on the side? I mean, do we just want to wipe? Like, just go again, or? No? I would just say go again. Ooh, I got a moon. Ooh, in the dead middle as well. Let's go. Big moon. Did you see that moon? Did you see that? That was the biggest moon of my life. It just it was Jupiter. It wasn't even the moon. It was goddamn Jupiter is what it was. They assigned our Heart of the Wild? Oh, they didn't assign mine. Oh no, they did. No, they didn't. Oh my god, what is this note? This is the longest note I've ever seen in my life. These are all the assignments, by the way, in case you're wondering. That was all of the like cooldown assignments, like the defensives and stuff, like the healing assignments basically. I never look at them because I'm not a healer, lol. But apparently my thing got assigned, my Heart of the Wild, which is like I have a 5-minute cooldown that makes my healing spells do a lot more healing. Basically. And it got assigned somewhere apparently. Am I dead? I don't see it. It's just cast clicks. Those are the other bookings. Maybe mine is just FFA. I mean, the last time I just FFA'd whenever I felt like we were dying. So... I'm just gonna proc my pulsar here. One more star search. Yes. Big damn. Hiya. Okay, we don't have any rests. No rests. This time I'm gonna go like really far. I'm just gonna insta-convoke. Dude, I'm always like tanking all of these ads and I'm not sure if that's good. But, oh yeah! I don't know, man, I'm just tanking them all. I guess that's just how it's gonna be. I'm the main tank. Fuck, we lost a healer again. Shit. Wait, Bulvar is actually interrupting the boss? Wait, no fucking way. Is that true? Bulvar is interrupting the boss? No way, that's troll. That's troll, that's troll. That's troll, right? I'm dead. Somehow. Owie. That's not troll? Wir haben noch einen Ratz. Okay. Goodbye, world.
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Wow, rate looks a lot more chill, not 100% focus. Okay, so I totally see how you might have this impression that it's like chill, but that's just me. Well, not just me, but that's just like streamers, I think. Like, I think streamers are just really good at talking about random stuff and like doing their thing in WoW still. Like, it's really not as chill as it maybe seems. Thanks for 34 months, Madriman. I appreciate that. Hey, Adriana, what's up? Didn't I press convoke? I swear to God I pressed it. There's some really weird thing going on currently where whenever you pull Sylvanas, there's like 5 seconds of lag. It seems like they fixed it somewhat though. Where are the chain people? Like, I swear to God, I always get a chain here to start. I mean, to be fair, I'm also standing kind of close, but at the same time, like, where the hell are the chain people that get assigned?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I might have disengaged the wrong way. Okay, to my defense, I thought I was in cat form, okay? To my defense, I thought I was in cat form. Oh, it's okay, don't tell anyone. The healers just have to heal a little. No, I just interrupted my full moon at the last millisecond. Yikes. Okay, just wipe it. Just wipe it. This is not it. And I have an arrow to just wipe it. Why is he going already? Awa! I'm actually just trolling. Don't mind this pull, don't mind it, don't mind it. Apparently we have too much boss damage anyway, so...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You were slide casting. Yeah, I was slide casting my full moon actually. What? Okay, please tell me how I just didn't get a chain. Okay, my guild's actually trolling me. I was standing right next to it. How were there? Oh my god. What the? Let's just wipe it, guys. Let's just wipe it. Just swipe it, just swipe it. It's not worth it. Fuck. Apparently we want to keep going. I don't like this pull, I'm telling you. By the way, in case you guys don't know, the class I play has like a really cool ability. It's called Wild Charge, and it's a mobility spell. Because I have different forms, right? I can be like a cat or a bear, or you know, I just have different forms. And depending on which form I'm in, that spell does something different. It's kind of cool, actually. Like if I'm in my normal form, then I jump to a friendly player. Like I can target a player and jump to them. If I'm in Moonkin form, then I will like disengage backwards from the position where I'm at. If I'm in this travel form here, in this like stack form, then I will like jump forward. And if I'm in cat form, I will leap to my target or behind my target. And if I'm in bear form, I will charge to my target. So sometimes there's some funny misplays where I think I'm in a certain form, and then I'm in the other one, like the thing that just happened, you know, where I thought I'm in cat form and I wanted to jump forwards, but then I was actually in Moonkin form and I disengaged backwards instead. But it's a really cool ability. I like it a lot. It's really cool to have an ability like that, because you kind of can adapt your movement depending on the situation, you know. It's kind of cool. Big fan. Did anyone kick this? I swear to God, I just kicked a spell at 0.1 second left. Man, this pull is so cursed, actually. I don't like this pull. And now I'm soaking a wave. I actually thought I'm not gonna be in it though. And then he just dragged me along. Oh no, not too poor. Okay, this is actually... Let's just jump off. Two people just jump up. Somehow my thing isn't ready either. Wow. How did I not get a starfall from my... Ow! Are you kidding?
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
This one taunt is all I require! That's wait for half my group is dead. I may or may not have wild charge off Jaina's boat mid-progression. Thought it was Mookie, but was stacked for her. Oh, yeah. Nice displacement into Velia. I mean, listen, like, I personally... So, here's the thing, right? I personally like competitive content in games. Like, I personally love like high-end rating and then plus and whatever, and I like that kind of stuff. But I don't necessarily like that everything, like that people are the way they are, thinking they have to be competitive. And that's like a curse that WoW has nowadays. Like nowadays, people that aren't even rating competitively think they have to like do really dumb things that you don't ever have to do when you're not like high-end rating. And they turn into these kind of players that won't take you because you play the wrong class, or they don't take you because you don't have a certain score or whatever. And that's a thing that is like, it's so exhausting in my opinion, because most of the people who have this kind of thinking, they're not even doing content that requires that, you know? And I actually think Final Fantasy is doing a really good job making sure that doesn't happen by avoiding stuff like damage meters. Like, I personally don't even think, like, as long as there is competitive content that I can do, I don't need the whole game to be competitive, you know what I mean? Like, as long as there is content for me to do, I don't need the whole game to be like a competitive environment or whatever. Okay, this time we won't disengage into the veil. Oh man. So I personally don't mind that the whole thing with the add-ons is not necessarily like. Also, that's, I mean, there's a different point, right? One thing is add-ons, and the other thing is like the damage meter, right? I think those are two different kinds of like subjects. Because when it comes to add-ons, I personally I even kind of like the fact that you don't have add-ons. And the reason why, the reason why I like it is because I personally, wow, I'm just gonna die to that? Oh, wait, he exploded right on top of me, didn't he? Okay, then I'm definitely gonna die to that. Okay, I see it. Yikes. I walked kind of far, I guess. But he was also a bit late. I think. I was really high HP though, I didn't think I would die to that. But I guess if he explodes right on top of me, then I guess so. Okay, we have to stop damage again. But the thing with add-ons that I think, that I was talking about, I think is actually the fact that I personally don't like, I mean, I kind of like it and I kind of don't. It's like I have like a love-hate relationship with add-ons. I kind of like to be able to customize everything exactly the way I want it, but at the same time I hate it because it requires so much work. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of why I have a love-hate relationship with it. At one hand, I love that I can customize it like perfectly to my needs, but then I also like it's just such a big time investment to set it up perfectly the way you want it, you know? Oh my god, I didn't get a Starfall again. Hate this game. Well, to be fair, I already had a Starfall up. Guess this might have been the reason why. What is Clicks doing this pull? Did he like burst through the damage stop or something? I seriously got Clicks. Must have just like damage stop? What? I don't know what that is. Fucking nuking through it. Hey Kendon, what's up? Yeah, that's the thing as well, right? Like, I guess the fact that you can customize so many add-ons and stuff in WoW makes it almost like a requirement to do so. Like, you can have a really big disadvantage if you don't have a like really well-made UI. Because you just don't see the things as well as like people with a perfect UI do, right? Like, it's actually pretty simple. It just makes sense. Thanks for 6 months, Mad Gaming. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. At this point, there's no reason to proc my pulsar anymore. I'm just gonna ignore this. Woo! What does damage to the demonic gateway? Like, there's something that does that. I guess the veil? Maybe? I don't know. Oh no, I just overrode my pulsar proc. Oh well. It is what it is.
No, 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 no.
Stormy. Are we gonna have a gate here? Okay, fuck this, I'm out of here. We had the gate person really late. Okay. I'm actually gonna see what this does now. So what is this supposed to do? I swear to God, David is trolling me. Okay, this is completely useless. The moonfire is gonna run out when the boss is attackable again. Okay, I'm actually being trolled. Oh man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing escapes my 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dude, how did just Ja, sie ist attackbar, wenn sie wegportet, aber sie bekommt doch keinen Damage. Hä? Sie hat doch den Debuff. Was bringt das denn? Nee, sie hat doch den Debuff. Hä? Ich bin verwirrt. Die hat doch den 99% Debuff, oder nicht? Please, one heal. Okay, I'm convoking. I have to innervate you afterwards. Wow. I guess we won't have enough damage, considering our damage dealer has been dead this whole time. Nice. I need to close shutters. Guess I'm gonna go into this one. Despair. I picked another one up. We're dead, we're dead. I'm convoking, please help! Help me. Ah, yes. One heal, one heal, one heal. Please. I mean, Venthyr Moonkin is really good. Venthyr and, Venthyr and Nightfare are both good for this fight. You know what? I actually think, like, the perfect setup for this boss is probably having, like, some Venthyr Moonkins and some Nightfare. Like, having, like, a mix. That's probably best. Because you have different strength and weaknesses, but they're both good, you know? Like, Venthyr has more burst, like, during the 3-minute cooldowns. But Nightfare has, like, more consistent damage, which is nice for, like, phase 2 stuff and whatever, you know? So, like, it's both kind of good. Wait, the boss actually loses the damage reduction when she ports to the 3rd platform? Like during the RP? Is that true? I thought she's immune to damage until like... Until she's like attackable again, you know? Until after the RP. I can't believe I'm even checking this. It's so irrelevant. But I'm gonna check anyway. Banshee's Shroud. Okay, Banshee's Shroud ends at what? 7:58.
Welcome to the Naguura show.
And when does the stun end? Wait, this is probably there's probably an easy way to figure this out. And I'm doing it the hard way. Wait, thanks for Prime sub there, Noah. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Blasphemy. There we go. I didn't know blasphemy actually gets applied to other people. Look at this. Yeah, that's completely irrelevant, but I still want to show you. Also, apparently it's longer on some people than on others. Wait, this is the stun, isn't it? Blasphemy. Then stuns targets well, yeah. Huh? How is it longer on some people than on others? How does that work? Okay, now I'm just super confused. I mean, this is just like NPCs, right? Like J9, Thrall, and whatever. But look at how, like, Atlai somehow has, like, a really long debuff. While other people don't. Is this just, like, a bug? No, I'm very confused. Count 3. Okay, if I do this, then it's only the same. Okay, never mind. I guess this is just, like, wrong. The uptime is wrong. It's just this. No! Wait, back. Okay, it is true. So this window here, she actually takes normal damage. Okay, apparently it is worth it to dot her. Fine! Fine! I'll be right back 1 second. We're having like a short break. 4 more minutes. Repair, yeah, I will repair in a second. Be right back.
It's too late now to turn around and back again. I made my bed and now I lay my head in it. I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I knew that I wouldn't be. I guess it's for the best, you know the worst in me.
Did you guys hear? OnlyFans is banning sexually explicit content on their website. I don't even... like, what? I'm sorry, but what? Yeah, this is real. I just saw it somewhere on Twitter. There, OnlyFans will ban pornography starting in October. And some other articles said sexually explicit content. And pornography maybe is like... I mean, I guess I understand as in... like actual porn, but like... Dude, I can't move my... I think my Streamlabs is messed up. I can't move it. What did I press? I can't move. Are you kidding? No, what? I must have pressed a button and now I can't move it. Which button did I press? Which button did I press? I did something, I can't move the OBS window. It's like full screened or something. Fuck. What did I do? Dude, I'm so lost right now. Whatever, I'm just gonna move the chat over. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna move the chat, whatever. So confused. Did you F11? Does that work? What, do I have to press F11 again? Oh yeah! No, that wasn't it. No, that's not it. Apparently it's something else. I don't know. I don't know, I'm confused. I guess it depends on like what the actual rules are. Because obviously like OnlyFans is basically all sexually explicit content, right? Or at least most of it, I guess. I guess if they just like, I don't know. I don't know. Didn't start out like that. Yeah, I guess it kind of was like, what's it called? Patreon, kind of. But maybe, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm actually focusing on this pool now, okay? I was kind of like brain AFK for most of the pools. Okay. But this time, I'm gonna go. Okay? This is it. Wait, if I fail now, then I seem like the biggest idiot, though. But all of a sudden, my opener was good too, though. But this is amazing. I said I'm gonna play good, and then my opener is like 30k. This is what I like seeing. Okay, I'm gonna get the right arrow. Fuck you. Go away. I don't care that it's at left. Okay, didn't disengage into the veil. Dude, just improvements over improvements, guys. What the hell? I'm getting... What the actual? Jesus, calm down, Sylvanas. Just because I said I'm gonna focus, you don't have to throw all of the spells on me. What the fuck? I'm kinda close to arrows. In our village. We're already supposed to stop damage on the boss. Man, I hate this boss. Yes, I'm healing. Oh my god, I have so many debuffs. I mean, just dots, that's fine, right? Okay, please give me an arrow, I'm dead. No. I'm not allowed to do damage. Everyone else seems to be doing damage. Because I was like number 3 and now I'm nowhere to be seen. So I don't know about you guys, but it almost seems like everyone else is doing damage. Huh. Interesting. How did that happen? Come on, Starfall. Dude, how is this? How is everyone dead? Excuse me? Man, this was my pool, I'm telling you. This was my pull.
Skill issue.
Okay, where's some music? Actually, I kind of want to know what I did with my... Oh well. Post-rate regression, post-break regression, yeah. The usual, the usual. Ooh, should I use my coin of many faces now? I'm gonna delay it a bit. Little bit of delay. My convoke isn't ready! Oh, this is not it, guys. This is not it. Okay, I did not think to pay attention to that. My convoke's literally on cooldown. I guess every other Moonking's convoke is on cooldown too. Oh man. No, no. How unfortunate.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, this is not it, guys. This is not it. Actually, maybe it was better that all of our convokes are on cooldown, because now we have to step damage later. Ah. It's always great when I have to use my healthstone in phase 1. I don't need a healthstone. I don't need it. They're so far apart.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or mastery.
Thanks for 7 months, Taddy. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is left, right? Okay. Okay, I don't need to help. I don't need to heal. I don't need to heal for that either, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't need it. Why am I dying? There's nothing on me. What? What is going on? I feel like I'm constantly dying. Oh! Apparently the boss shot an arrow on both tanks. Like both tanks got the arrow debuff. Somehow. Interesting. Yeah, our healers are a bit low on mana because phase 1 was a bit scuffed.
Is the jailer trying to break out of the maw? Something else.
Brawl needs us! Yeah. Okay. We're fine, we're fine. Okay. And I'm so scared because I have no health stone or health pot. Oh man, I'm so scared. Ah, yes. Oh my goodness. Ah! Jesus Christ. Please, please. I'm back for my life. Dude, that Heart of the Wild regrowth somehow saved my life so hard. Oh, we didn't make it.
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Again, dude. Yeah? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some tests. Das willst du da aber doch gar nicht. Also du willst ja nicht sofort convoken, wenn du ihn keinen anmachst. Aber theoretisch schon, ja. Would you like to see WoW with new graphic and oh, if there's like a WoW 2? I do think I would want WoW to look like a bit better with like a new graphic thing. But I don't want it to be like, because I like the fantasy style. Like I think that's kind of cool. Like I don't want it to be like more realistic or something, you know what I mean? Did my Convoke just not Starfall or? So I like the fantasy style. Give me why that looks like New World. Really? I wouldn't want that. I mean, no, I wouldn't. I don't think I want it to look super realistic. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. I'm on the wrong side of the platform. Apparently we have too much boss damage again. Oh my god, I actually managed to get a chain. What is this? I'm not gonna be able to cast this full moon. Yeah, no way. Wait, why is someone going in these ones? What? Oh shit. Apparently we now don't have enough damage. Do I convoke? I'm convoking. Oh my god. We didn't have enough damage apparently. Well, now I don't have convoke for this. I have a mastery buff though. Man, I don't know how we end up stopping damage super early and then I have to convoke so we make the push. Like, how does that even happen? Oh. It doesn't really matter though anyway. It's okay, it's okay. Look at how simple WoW is now versus the glory days. I'm confused what they mean it's simpler. Simpler in what way? It's a messed up veil. Okay, somehow we skipped the... Somehow we skipped the thingy, the waves. I mean, guys, don't immediately flame the person. Maybe he meant in a different way. Right? Shit, one of our players to see it. Robin, no! Shit, we lost 2 people here. One of them do see it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. We might still be able to do it, but our warlock does a lot of damage. Like, he plays demo. He's blasting the boss. Man, why do people just randomly DC? That's so dumb. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Yikes.
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Thank you so much for 18 months, Hypno. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for 6 months, Carde. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I still don't know what we're talking about. Like, I still don't know if the person actually meant that classic was more complex or something, or as in like the bosses were more difficult. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Thanks for a Prime sub, Chris. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, hello.
Thanks for Prime sub, Anatomizers. Thank you so much. We did really well today in Final Fantasy. We got a lot of progression done on like E3S. It was pretty good. All the expenses were more complex with stats like armor pen, hit chance, but doesn't mean it was better. I mean, that's also... I wouldn't even call that necessarily more complex either. Just because you have an extra stat doesn't mean it's more complex. Like, I wouldn't really say that is true. In fact, I would say the game itself, when it comes to the amount of theory crafting that needs to be done, has never been as complex as it is now. Like the amount of things you have to figure out at the moment is actually at like a peak, I would say. I don't think it was ever as complicated. Not to say that's a difficult thing. Like, I personally don't think that theory crafting is a difficult thing for like a person like you and me, because we just wait for the theory crafters to figure it out and then they tell us. You know what I mean? Like, the whole theory crafting part of the game just has been getting harder and harder because they're adding more and more like borrowed power with like choices. Like covenants and soul binds and conduits and talents and legendaries, right? Like, all of these variables can be combined in different ways, making it incredibly complicated actually. Like, the amount of combinations of things you can have in WoW at the moment is like insane. You can be a Necrolord with like X Soulbind with this legendary and this talent. Like, it has so many different like combinations of things. It actually is really hard nowadays. But that's why it's so hard that people like you and me are literally unable to figure it out what's best. Like, literally impossible. Unless you like put a lot of time into it and run a lot of like simulations. And I don't necessarily think that's better though. I actually kind of like when there's less choices, because I kind of like that a person that isn't a theory crafter can test different stuff without it being like super overwhelming. Because like, how the hell am I gonna figure out what the best covenant is? Like, you can't. Like, I can't just go Necrolord and test it. Like, yeah, I can do it on beta, but that's about it. Like, I can't just switch my covenant and see how good Necrolord is. We just have to rely on numbers, right? And I don't necessarily think that's cool. Like, I don't necessarily like that. Yeah, for our new players, it's like impossible to understand it, so they just follow guides and they just follow what other people tell them to do. Which, I mean, obviously I'm not blaming anyone for doing that, because as I said, like, it's almost impossible to figure it out yourself. How would you even do that? Like, it's super messed up. Oh, let's use coin. I'm a male undead, let's go. Oh yeah. That is actually true. That happens sometimes. There could be an error in the numbers that is keeping actually the best combination hidden. That is actually a thing. Like, this is a real thing. Sometimes there's combinations of talents and like setups that people don't figure out, and sometimes maybe even never. Like sometimes we might live in a like situation or like in a timeline where people play a spec not optimally because no one actually has figured out the correct way, because people are using like the wrong numbers or like the wrong implementations or whatever in SimCraft. That is very, very real. And in fact, I even figured that out once myself. Do you guys remember good old dad spec in Legion? Like there was a time in Legion where I had like, in the past, I sometimes tried like funny builds for stream content, you know? Like I just did like weird stuff, you know? So I equipped like weird legendaries that are not the best, and I did weird things like weird talents or whatever. And this one time in Legion, I tried like a different kind of legendary combination. I think it was mainly for like laziness, because I played an AoE build on single target. On a raid boss. Mainly probably because, you know, I was just like being lazy, I didn't want to switch. And then it did so much damage that I was like, wait a second, like was I just like really lucky now? Or like why did I just do so much damage with this like wrong build, you know? And then I continued trying it. And this build basically starfalled on single target, yeah? So I continued trying this build because I felt like there is something wrong with this, like, numbers. Because I feel like I always did so much damage. And then there was like a single target fight, kind of like Sludge Fist or like a patchwork fight. And I got the #1 spot of all Moonkins with that build that I was running. And people didn't believe me for so long that the numbers are wrong. They thought, you know, I must have just gotten really lucky or something, you know, they said. Which is, of course, true. Like, sometimes you might just really get lucky. But for the longest time, I was, like, trying this build. And I was like, I mean, there has to be something with this. Because I'm always doing so much damage. There must be something. And then at some point, the theory crafters figured out that there was indeed an error with the way Starfall was... Actually, I don't think it was Starfall that was wrongly calculated. It was the dot empowerment, I think. Because in Legion, the dots actually your Starfall empowered your dots. And I think that was wrongly calculated or something. And then they figured out that that was indeed the best build that I was running, you know? With some changes. Like, I wasn't actually running the perfect combination either. It was even more different than that. But yeah, I mean, it's not that that happens often, but it does happen sometimes, I guess. And I'm even wondering if it happens more for other classes, because the Moonkin Theory crafters are actually sick. Like, Moonkin Theory crafters are doing a lot of, like, calculations. Some other classes don't really have super dedicated theory crafters. And I'm thinking that maybe other classes have this have this situation maybe more. You know what I mean? Moonkins maybe might be a little bit of an anomaly if that happens. But something like Warlocks, who have like no one who calculates their stuff, I feel like maybe they actually have that more often. Or like Warriors, I think Warriors also don't have like a really dedicated theory crafting team. And Rogues, I think, too. I mean, I don't know, right? I'm just like throwing it out there. Like, I don't actually know. I don't want to like talk shit about a community or something if they actually have theory crafters. I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing with Arms Warriors, right? They assumed that Arms Warriors are really bad when they ended up being really good. Basically, no community has good theory crafters except druids and monks. Yeah, maybe? I don't know. I just know that the Moonkin ones are really sick. Oh my god, that wave just almost knocked me off the platform. Jesus Christ, I'm trolling. This time I'm gonna save my pulsar for the boss again. I think it's good to do that. Stop Sylvanas. I'm gonna pot here too. No, I just star searched twice into her debuff. Yikes, don't tell anyone, don't tell anyone. I might have just star searched twice. Man, it gets removed that late. Man, I would. Oh, I hate this. Oh no! Oh my Jesus! Somebody gated early. Oh my. Oh. And imagine how much more damage I would have done if I didn't star search twice into 99% damage reduction. I was a little bit too hyped for that pulsar proc there. What the fuck just happened? Oh. To be fair, there was only like a tiny spot that was free. And then I had the debuff, and Timmy had the debuff too, and then we stacked on top of each other. Oh no. I need to see a clip of that one. Oh, man. Hey Slay, what's up? Oh shit, Among Us tomorrow night? Wait, that does sound good. That sounds good. Remind me tomorrow. Oh wait, I need food buff. How did this convo go from talking about... I mean, like... I am obviously not trying to flame anyone. Like, every single person that puts time into theory crafting is a saint. Like, every single person that does theory crafting for a class is an actual saint. Because they get nothing for it. Like, it's not like they're getting paid stuff. Like, they're literally just doing it, you know? So, they're like actual saints. So yeah, I would never talk shit about any theory crafters. I'm just saying that some have like super dedicated ones, like some specs, and others just don't. And the reason why is because they don't get paid, right? Like, obviously it's a lot of work, So, I mean, I don't blame anyone for not doing it. Right? Interesting? They all went onto the sentinels and somehow spawned the veil there. Okay, that was very interesting. Thanks for 9 months, Ariel. Thank you so much. Oh, there's no roar. At least I didn't get it. Thanks for gifting us up to Ash, Stricken. Thank you. Ooh, nice country music. Let's go. Maybe I have to step damage a little here. Apparently. The full moon's coming in. Oh my goodness. Oh, did we actually have a totem for that person? Not bad, not bad. Hey, what just happened with clicks? Did he full moon the middle pack? Okay, his full moon is like 5% of his damage. What? He must have full mooned the middle pack. That's amazing. Oh my god, I love that so much. Look at this. Oh man. Amazing. Danke, danke. Wow. I'm gonna save my... Okay, this time I'm gonna save my proc and not Star Surge into the Veil. Yeah, that's gonna be... Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, not Star Surging yet. Okay, now we can go. Let's go. Yield, Sylvanas. Apparently we did Big Dam. Plus 81%. Big Dam, Big Dam. How did we lose so many people? What happened?
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Look at him! Look! Oh. Bist du sicher, Timmy? Komm mal her. Lele. That was so good now because Timmy flamed someone else. It wasn't like actually flaming, it was like funnily flaming somebody. And he thought that no one noticed how he fell off. Like the try before.
5, 4,
Oh. Dude, where's my astral power? What? Dude, did you see that? I had like 30 astral power. What the hell? Dude, I'm being scammed. I'm being scammed. Somehow. Someone is stealing my astral power. If you blink, you bleed.
1. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And that arrow again. I don't like it. Somehow we have to stop damage again on boss. Man. I hate bosses where you have to stop damage. It's so sad. Lost a player in phase 1. Not good. Oh, what the hell? Where's my Starfall? What the fuck? Oh. What is this game? This game is World of Warcraft? Raid Shadow Legends. I like it, I like it. Yes. Okay, I don't want to trigger this. Yeah. Okay, this feels bad, but I'm not gonna do it. Fuck. Whatever. Yeah, I didn't really want to trigger my pulsar here. I want to do boss dam. I did big dam there. That was big boss dam. Boss is basically dead on my screen. Yep, boss is dead. Yep. Oh my god, I'm tanking the soldiers. Why does the full moon always go on the... Full moon always goes on the soldier, on the vanguards. Oh wow! The device is not dying. Kill it! Jesus. Uh-oh. I might have got them 2 stacks. Don't tell anyone. I'm just gonna proc my pulsar here. I'm not gonna hold it. That would be dumb. Let me get my Alkin Frenzy! I'm not gonna get it. Oh, I got it! Sick.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna get this full moon through. No, I didn't. Fuck. Ah shit, our tank dead. That's not good. I'm not gonna move. Please heal me. Can I cast a spell? Yeah. I'm gonna wait for this veil before I use my Incarn.
1, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please stop moving. Ah!
3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1.
You don't have arrows. Where did the Moonkins go? Goodbye, Moonkins, goodbye. Well, now I have to decide all for myself. Oh my.
5, 4, 3, 1.
Veil?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Shit! What happened? The knives, AD. Oh man. Yeah, maybe the person with the arrow dies, because then it explodes, right? I should actually put Veil in my grid. What is it called? The debuff? Veil of Darkness. Hey Dinag, what's up? Thank you, Lita. Thank you, thank you. How's the bounce progression going? Well, it could be better. We're doing okay though. I don't know how many pulls we have on this boss. We should kill it soonish though, I feel like. We had a decent amount of pulls already. $58. Dude, how we have... we have 40 pulls on heroic? Excuse me? Yeah, week 1 was kind of insane though, yeah. I think we wiped we wiped a lot because we tried to do it with like a bigger group. Like I think we tried to kill it with like 30 people. Well, not 30, more like 20 something. 25 or something. But it was so weird because the more people you have, it was so much more difficult because of the space in the last phase and stuff. Yeah, this boss specifically in the first week was really hard for big groups. Almost everyone killed it with like a smaller group. Hey Kines! Part of the fun watching you guys in Final Fantasy is figuring out Final Fantasy bosses on the actual fight. Can you tell if the game would hold up if you prep the same way you do in WoW? No. Final Fantasy would be... I think Final Fantasy bosses would be like an actual joke if you could like if you would know the mechanics beforehand. Because that's the whole difficulty about that fight, really. Like the whole difficulty about Final Fantasy bosses is figuring out like how to solve the overlaps of abilities. You know, like the fights are really long. And then sometimes there's like a puzzle that you need to figure out how to solve, and you don't already know how the abilities work before you get there. And that's what's difficult, right? Because you have to get there consistently to see like the combination of abilities, and then you need to figure out how it works and how you can deal with it. And if you would know all of that beforehand, then it would take away a lot of the difficulty. But that's the same for a lot of the WoW boss fights too. Okay, we didn't bait the boss. I mean, it is kind. It's. I wouldn't really say it's the same in WoW because a lot of the abilities are actually already known in WoW. Because we do mythic testing on PTR. Like a lot of the abilities we already know. No, my Starfire got interrupted. Oh man. Thanks for the 4 months, Nandra. Thank you so much. Somehow Rogue is 6 stacks. How did that happen? Oh my god, I have to go all the way on the other side. I did, Dunewalker. I did a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. Or I'm still enjoying it a lot, actually. What is this one chain here? Dude, that's super bait. There's a fucking one singular chain. Just screaming. Hey, what happened to my full moon? Man, I thought it went through. Wait, what? I thought my full moon actually got casted. I guess it didn't, huh? I guess another moonkin casted the full moon at the same time as I did, and he got it through and I didn't. That's probably what happened. So I thought mine went through. I actually would like it if people would know, like, the problem in WoW is that bosses are usually just too similar. At least like the easier ones. Like some bosses are so similar in like heroic than they are in mythic. I mean, of course everything is a lot harder, but the abilities don't like change completely, you know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be a complete different ability or something, or a complete new ability. Most bosses just have the same stuff, but it just hits harder, like in a different combo or whatever. On mythic, you know? I think it would actually be really cool if mythic bosses maybe wouldn't be tested and then the normal mode and heroic are just like totally different or something. I don't know. We just took the gateway. And yeah, by the way, like I didn't mean that as like a bad thing. The fact that that Final Fantasy fights are like puzzles or whatever. Like I didn't mean that as like I don't think that's bad. You know what I mean? I think that's cool. Dude, I'm so slow. Ah! Dude, why am I dying? Ow, I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Ah! What the fuck? Dude, why am I getting... I swear to God. I'm just dying. Okay, why am I casting on this singular guy? Okay, this is not gonna save my pulsar. There's no point to. Gina.
Quickly, champions! Stop Sylvanas! Death bends to my will!
Can I cast Fulman too? Yes! Sick! That was so much damn. How are we? Don't die! So do I just go? How do I? Oh, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Ah! Hold. Okay, I made that way too close, actually. I've never had the third arrow. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus Christ. I didn't know I have to go that early. Jesus. Oh my goodness. That was so close. Man, I saw my life flash before my eyes right there. Dude, why are people moving last second? I don't understand. There. Probably shouldn't. I have a debuff. Spanish? Spanish? Please. Oh. Dude, I'm just saying. Should I heal a bit or? I guess we're fine now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I might make it. No, I shouldn't have blinked. Shit. I actually thought I wouldn't fall down, otherwise I could have just disengaged, but I thought I'm fine. It was so close. Man, I thought I'm fine. I usually wouldn't blink over, but so many people were dead, so I thought we wouldn't be able to soak it. But yeah, otherwise I wouldn't blink over to like the complete opposite side of the room. Yeah, this is a really long fight. This fight is like... I don't actually know how long it is. Oh, how long is it in total? It's pretty long. Imagine having healer LV3. Yeah, that wouldn't work in WoW. But it's also like a big difference if you're like 20 people versus having 8, right? If you can rest 19 players, that's a bit but that would be amazing. Yeah. There's some long fights in WoW, but usually WoW players don't like long fights. Usually the only long fights are like the last bosses. Like the most difficult fights are long. But some... like, a big reason why players don't like long fights is usually because if a fight is really long, most of the time there's some phases that get really trivial after some time. And it's just boring to get through them, you know what I mean? Not always, but sometimes, you know? Like, you just have to go through the same phase over and over and over to get to, like, the difficult phase. And at some point, you've done that first phase so many times, it's, like, really easy for you to do. And especially if there's, like, a damage stop involved. Like, if there's a boss that requires you to stop DPS... in like an early phase, that's like Sylvanas phase 1, for example. Ugh, it's the worst. Yeah, it's the same with the Nathrius as well, yeah. Yeah, true. I mean, there's also just like more bosses in WoW, right? Yeah. Like each tier is just more bosses, basically. It's definitely true that, like, the way WoW devs design bosses, they definitely do have add-ons in mind, for sure. Like, definitely. But it makes sense, right? Because there's some things that become a lot easier if you have a weak aura that tells you that you have something, right? So the WoW devs continuously try to make the fights more difficult, right? Because people love things that are hard, especially on Mythic, right? It depends, like... Okay, so when a boss is hard, of course it also depends on what is it that makes it hard. Because there's things that are boring that make a boss hard, right? Or like unkillable. People don't like that either. Like if a boss is literally unkillable for whatever reason, then people don't like that either. But if a people is killable, then people want it to last a long time, for it to be more exciting, right? And Blizzard is constantly trying to make that happen, that bosses are really difficult. And that's why they have to design bosses around add-ons, or keeping add-ons in mind. Because obviously add-ons make things easier, so they have to keep that in mind. They can't just be like, they can't just design a boss and not assume people are using weak auras, for example. Because otherwise the boss might just be way too easy, considering that you do have the weak aura that tells you whatever the hell you have to do. That's why there's a lot of things that the WoW devs try where weak auras don't work. Like for example, a good example, I guess, is the Fate Scribe runes. That would have actually been like a really cool idea, but it was implemented wrong. Like they... So I'm not sure if you guys know Fate Scribe, but that's like one of the last few bosses in this raid here. And the way that boss works is that he is like in a room, in a circular room. And he's got like the room is made out of rings with runes on them, and those rings basically move around in like the intermission, and you have to put them back into the initial position. Like you as a player have to move them back, and the way you move them is like you need to go into the correct spot, and when you stand in that spot, then the ring moves. And depending on how many people stand in it, it moves in a different direction. Like if an uneven amount of people stands in the rune, then it moves clockwise. And if an even amount of people stands in a room, then it moves counterclockwise. And that is pretty cool, right? That's almost like a Final Fantasy style like puzzle, kinda, right? And the idea was really good. And weak auras don't really help you that much with it, because weak auras, the way weak auras work is that they can read your combat log. They can take all of the information that is filtered in your combat log, but they cannot filter things that are not in the combat log. Like something that is not in the combat log cannot be read by weak auras. So Blizzard tries to make mechanics that are not visible in any sort of combat log. And those rings were an example. Because if the boss, like if the room changes, that's not something that is written in a combat log or something, right? So that's like, at least I assume that's their intention with this kind of stuff. But unfortunately they didn't do it. Okay, so basically what happened was that you ended up never needing more than one person in a ring. And that was, like they basically just had a flaw in the design. Because you could always move the rings back into position with one person. You never needed more than one. And that sucked, that made it really easy. But the idea was good. It was just like the implementation was just like bad. Because if you actually needed to put in multiple players, then it would have been pretty cool. Was habe ich? Achso, ja, Chat. Danke überhaupt, Solari. Okay. Oh my! Well, that was something. How did I just interrupt my wrath? What? No, I proc my full sword. No, I didn't want to do that. No, 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 no. My boss stab. No. I didn't want to do this. No, it was a mistake. Oh man. If we wipe on like 0.5%, it's my fault. I'm sad. Surrender. Okay, I'm griefing, I'm griefing, I'm griefing. Griefing, 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 griefing. Dude! How the fuck am I just dying? Awa! Please. Please. Okay, I literally just used everything though. Oh my god, I literally just got 3 stacks from the wave. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I'm gonna save my pulsar here. Okay, so we have a rest in a bit, in like 40 seconds, but it's not great. I'm just gonna... How do we always lose our tank here, though? This can't be normal. A lot of dead players. Oh my goodness. I thought someone walked out of this last second. Thanks for 7 months, Cotton. Appreciate that. One thing I couldn't come back to WoW anymore is the length of the GCD, and this comes from a ninja player who already spams buttons like crazy. I'm sorry, what? Do you mean that the GCDs in WoW are too long? Or what do you mean? I'm not sure I understand. I think they're too short. Thanks for the 7 months, Jari. Thank you. Oh, you're saying they're too fast? Like, I actually really think the thing with the GCDs and the off GCDs, like, I think people are super overthinking this. Like, don't think about, just don't think of it as like a GCD. Like, if you play Final Fantasy, you have like 4 or 5 abilities that actually have a GCD, right? But just imagine they all share a cooldown. Instead of thinking of it as like a GCD. Because when you press like the off GCDs, they actually are on kind of like a GCD because they have an animation lock, which is kind of like a GCD. You know what I mean? Like you cannot press all of your off GCDs at the same time. Because in my mind, when I think of an off GCD in WoW, then to me that's an ability that I can just press all of them at the same time. You know what I mean? Like bark skin, interrupt, all of those things that are not on GCD, I can press them all at the same millisecond. That's an ability that's off GCD in my head. And that's not what Final Fantasy is. They're off GCDs. They are just like on a shorter GCD. And the GCD abilities, they just share a cooldown. You know what I mean? Like it's not actually... It's just like a cooldown, you know? Like it's not like a 2-second GCD, you know? If you think about it in like WoW terms, you know? I just want to spam my buttons. Yeah, but you can. Like in both games, you can spam your buttons. It doesn't matter if you play Final Fantasy or if you play WoW. In both games, you can spam your buttons. Like, you actually just can. I mean, I think most people that complain about either, they don't understand the rotations then. At least that's what I think. Like, in my mind, people who complain about one or the other, they just don't really understand the rotations, and then they just press it wrong, and then it seems like weird. Because yeah, clearly, like if you play Final Fantasy and you press your like rotation wrong, like you're weaving wrong or whatever, then yeah, it's gonna feel awkward. It's gonna feel bad. Yeah, I get that, right? But if you play it properly, then it's not that you don't press buttons. Like you constantly press buttons. And same in WoW though. Like when you play WoW, you're always gonna press an ability. You're not gonna stand there and do nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's never gonna be a thing. Thanks for 2 months, by the way. I appreciate that, Louis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, I mean, they're different like things, but they're not like inherently different, I don't think. Because when people told me about this, I somehow thought this is like a completely like different world or whatever, but it's, I don't know, I didn't feel like it's that much different at all. It's just a rotation that you have to learn, that's it, you know? Like it's just an order of buttons that you press, which is the same as in WoW, really. It's not that big of a difference, in my opinion, at least. I guess you just need to find the job/spec that you enjoy the most. Maybe that's like the problem that people have. Maybe they choose a class or like a job that they maybe just don't like, and then they assume like everything about it is bad or wrong, or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, healers don't really have rotations, but healers also press buttons all the time in both games. Like, no matter if you play Final Fantasy or like a WoW healer, the healers press buttons all the time. Like, you're not AFK or anything, right? In between. And if you are, then you're doing it wrong. Darkness.
5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the game. Wanna know this? Wanna know this?
We didn't make it. Oh, did we?
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Yep. Thanks for friends sub, Demolisher. Appreciate that. Oh, I will watch the League of Legends playoffs whenever I can. I love League of Legends esports. It's amazing. You can Killua, but okay. So the way it works with WoW, yes, there's quite a lot of chores until a certain point, and then you're done. But until you're done takes a while, you know. Like, you just need to, like, when you just start playing now, then it will take you some time actually until you get like the legendaries and the renown and whatever. And that will require you to do quite a lot of chores. But there's like a goal in sight, and that's, I guess, a thing to like look forward to, I guess. Because eventually you will have, like, you will be caught up to the rest, and then you're kind of done. Like, you don't really have to, like me, for example, I don't do any chores in WoW. Like, I actually just do nothing. I just log on and raid. But that's not something that you can do if you just created a character. Like, you need to catch up on all of that stuff. Dude, what is Kevin doing with this boss right now? What the hell? Man, why do I always have to stop damage? Just let me press my buttons. Wow. I want to press my button so bad. Just let me press the buttons. I'm just gonna proc my clips here. Okay, no one's hitting these? Oh, wow. Okay, we procced into mission somehow. That's, I guess we just jump off or something?
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Okay. Somebody decided to walk into their chain. Somehow. Oh shit, I just saw that Kevin whispered me at 9:30 and I didn't see it. Because I keep getting whisper spammed by the healers whispering me that I should innervate them. Does really our indicators have consistent edges? It looks like Naguura didn't one. No. WoW is very known to have non-consistent indicators of abilities. A lot of the times you have to figure this out as you go. Like once you realize how it works though. I'm muted? Oh, the comms are muted. Okay. It is consistent with each ability though, but it's not consistent across abilities. So sometimes you just have to figure it out once, you know? So you'll see how close you can be to the animation for it to hit you. Sometimes it's the actual hitbox of the spell might be further than the animation, and sometimes it might be less than the animation. So when you have something like swirlies, you have to figure that out a little, and then you'll see it. And then you can play around that. And if you know the animation is bigger than the actual impact point, then you don't have to like walk all the way out, for example. Or it can also be the other way around, though. Also, one thing that is really interesting, that is very different to Final Fantasy, is that almost no abilities in WoW snapshot. So it's always, like, you always look at the animation. You don't look at like a cast bar or something, you look at the actual animation impact. That is something that I thought was really interesting when I started playing Final Fantasy. Because I wasn't used to that at all. And it was so weird to me at first. I feel like I'm kind of used to it now as well in Final Fantasy, but at the start, like that was so weird. Like that was just so different, you know?
Do you fear the shadow? 5,
But I don't like it. It's not that I dislike it. It's just different, you know. The snapshotting. At least it's always consistently snapshotting, you know? That's good, I guess. So you know, okay, it always snapshots, you know? Like, you never have to worry about, oh, do I look at the animation or do I look at the cast bar? You know, like you always know, oh, yeah, I'm looking at the cast bar. Apparently we stop damage again. Yeah, the damage stop in phase 1 is something. I don't understand exactly why we need, like, somehow, like, I don't really know how demo works, but why are we all stopping so our demo warlock can keep hitting? Like, I just, like, I don't understand how it works. Like, what's the purpose of that? Is there an actual reason for that, or? The new timings? Yeah, but couldn't the warlocks just not use the cooldowns in phase 1 then, or something? Like, if it's that bad, you know? Just don't use the cooldowns then, or? Instead of everyone else having to stop DPS? But I guess maybe then we don't have enough damage? I don't know. Maybe we don't have enough then. That's very possible. Hey, Keen and Kelly, what's up? Got them demo warlocks, I hate them. First they take my PI, yeah? And then we all need to stop damage so they can continue to DPS. Like, you know how everyone hates on Moonkins? Dude, we should hate on goddamn demo warlocks. I think we should misdirect some of this hate onto demo warlocks. Like, what is this? The whole raid has to play around there? What is this? Ban demo warlocks. They should all just play, I don't know, Destro or like Affliction or whatever, you know, like one of those specs. This is unbelievable. Oh shit, that's a wave. Yeah, I'm just gonna proc my pulsar here, otherwise I'm gonna be late. One more full moon. Nice. Oh, I got hit. Yikes. Heal me. Wow. Timmy's trying to kill me yet? That wave. How am I dying? I'm just going to... Oh, we don't have a rest. That's not good. Horibos is being enveloped by the maw. Oh no! Hey, what is this overtime rate, by the way?
Quickly, champions! Stop Sylvanas! That bends to my will!
Guess we're overcapping some astral power. Oh, the impact actually does damage? Wait, I didn't know that. Oh, how did that full moon not go through?
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Goodbye. Hey, Visto. No, we're not fighting the gear check right now. We've never reached Enrage. No, you don't actually kill Sylvanas. She dies at 45%.